the second year of Nebuchadnezzar, he had a dream. God gave Nebuchadnezzar this dream to show him what will happen in the future. None of his wise men or seers could tell him what he dreamed, or interpret the dream. Their wisdom was exposed as a fake, so the king commanded all of them to be executed. Among the king's wise men and servants was a Hebrew man called Daniel. Daniel turned to God in prayer, and God showed him both the king's dream and its interpretation, so Daniel explained it to the king. Daniel told the king that none of the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers would be able to interpret his dream, but that there was a God in heaven who revealed secrets, and that God had revealed to Nebuchadnezzar what would happen in the last days. The head of gold was a symbol of the Babylonian Empire. After that, there will rise another empire, less powerful, and then another empire, and another, and eventually the empire will be divided. The stone that hit the statue was a symbol of God's kingdom. In the days of these kings, God will raise up a kingdom that will never be destroyed, and the kingdom will not be given over to any other nation thereafter. This prophecy is from the time of Nebuchadnezzar until the kingdom of God will be established at the end of history. But God showed Daniel more. In the 7th chapter of the book of Daniel, we're told that Daniel received a vision. This vision was about 4 beasts that come up from out of the sea. According to the messenger of God, this was yet another symbolic reference to the 4 empires that were to reign over the world. The first animal was a winged lion. This animal represented the Babylonian Empire. The next beast was an animal with 3 ribs in its mouth, who was raised up on one side. This bear symbolized the Medo-Persian Empire, which ruled the world after Babylon. Then came the third beast, which was a leopard with 4 wings and 4 heads. This symbolized Greece, who conquered the world with blinding speed. After Alexander the Great died, his 4 generals took over the kingdom, and that is what the 4 heads symbolized. And then the 4th beast came, and this beast was a terrible beast. This beast was a symbol of the Roman Empire, and when it went forth, it crushed and destroyed. This beast had 10 horns, and 3 of them were plucked up, and a little horn grew up. This part of the vision is very important because it tells us what power is going to suppress God's people and His truth right up to our present day and continue on until the end. The power that was to trample upon God's sanctuary. This fourth beast was a symbol of the Roman Empire. The 10 horns symbolised 10 kings that were to arise out of this kingdom. When the Roman Empire fell in 479 AD, the territory was split among the 10 Germanic tribes. According to the prophecy, 3 of these kings had to be conquered before the power symbolised by the little horn could rise up. This power would declare a very special battle against God. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, and had a mouth that spake very great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. After Jesus' resurrection, hatred for the Christians grew within the Roman Empire. Many Christians were persecuted because of their belief. The Apostle John was exiled to the Isle of Patmos in the Aegean Sea. There, God gave John a vision detailing what would happen to God's people in future generations. This vision complemented Daniel's visions and added more specific details to what would occur in the future. John saw another beast come out of the sea. It was made up of all the different religious and political characteristics of the empires that Daniel had seen. It had the feet of the bear, the body of the leopard, the mouth of the lion, and the horns of the terrible beast. Even though this animal comes after the 4 world empires, this beast would not itself become a world empire. This animal would come after the Roman Empire. It will reign over a divided Europe. The horn which grew out of the beast in Daniel chapter 7 and the beast in John's Revelation chapter 13 are identical. John received a deeper insight into the horn, which was also represented by the beast that declares war against God's people and blasphemes against the God of heaven right up until the end. In other places in the Bible, we're also warned against this power. Jesus, Peter, Paul and John all prophesied about falling away during the first century church. Thus, it was prepared the way for the coming of the Antichrist, a power that will deceive the whole world right up until Jesus comes.